I was talking to my friend yesterday who I had lunch with, and we were like,
You have other friends you have
just
lunch with?
one friend.
Welcome to No Ordinary Friendship.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Teresa.
Let's catch up. Hello, everyone.
Happy Friday.
We are back in the same room.
Yay!
Instead of remote and ever so slightly awkward.
Remote is just always awkward.
I blame technology, not us.
Okay, me too, because my Wi-Fi is just like always lagging a bit.
I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi or if it's just the program.
Yeah.
Like, it's something's up.
Something about it.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yes. But here we are.
Back at it.
Breaking news.
Yes.
Okay, so this morning I went to CVS because Victor unfortunately has fallen ill. Luckily so far, not too serious. But anyway, he asked me to pick up Dayquil. And I don't know if I've shared my CVS hack on the podcast
You have
before.
not.
But you know how CVS is like notorious for these crazy long receipts that they
Yes.
print? But it's always offers actually, right? It's coupons, it's discounts. And so my hack is if you're going to buy it's not even that expensive, but a higher price item like 15, 20 bucks plus, then what you should do is buy like something small, like a mint or something, then check out with your rewards program, get the receipt. Usually there's like a 40% off one product, and then check out your higher price item.
Oh, that is a good
You like it,
hack.
right?
Wow, I never even thought about that.
Yeah, and so I tried to do that today, but I tried to game the system, but the system gamed me.
Oh no.
Because
you bought more.
First of all, I bought something that was not even that cheap because I bought from the Valentine's Day aisle, which is 50% off, which is why I have chocolates for you.
Oh, okay.
But so that was 50% off. That's fine. It was like actually not that cheap, but it was a big bag.
Yeah.
And then it printed out the coupon as I expected. But then when I went to use the coupon, the woman was like, "Oh, these meds are actually on sale already, so you can't use any coupons." So I unnecessarily bought a big bag of chocolate.
And
didn't get a
the
discount.
recipients of that now. We're the benefactor of that now.
Yes. They're
Interesting.
limited edition dark chocolate with strawberry filling truffles. So
Wait,
sounds
let
kind
me
of
see
good.
them. They sound great. Well, they sound really pretty too.
It's just the lint
Oh,
truffles.
it's cute.
Yeah. So
Do you just have these cute little pink Ziploc bags
no,
with you?
that was like one of the girls got it for Valentine's Day.
Oh, I love it. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, of course. Sharing from
Is
my
caring.
fail. Yeah. But usually if you're buying something that isn't discounted, I find that to be a very easy and useful hack.
Wait, that is very helpful because I actually really try to avoid going to CVS because
Yeah.
everything is so overpriced there, but it is so convenient to where we are. So if
Sometimes
you need something
you need
immediate,
it, yeah.
Like during COVID, I think I bought like 15 thermometers from there. Like I always try to get the higher end ones because it was my first child, and then I was
Yeah.
like, this is so inconsistent and not working. So I ended up buying the lower tier ones
Yeah.
as well. So that's how I ended up with so many of them.
I did buy, because I've griped about the forehead thermometers, how it's like 2 degrees difference if you do like middle or side of the forehead. I bought some like armpit/oral thermometers from Amazon, but I did the armpit for Cassie and it seemed like lower reading than the forehead. So I still don't know what to believe.
Well,
is it supposed to be?
It's also far more accurate though.
But why would it be lower than the forehead?
I don't know about, but it could just be wrong, right? Your forehead thermometer could just be wrong.
It could be. You're right.
Yeah, like
I don't know.
Cassie's been operating without a fever this
I
whole
know.
time.
It's been gaslighting me to giving her meds. No, but I feel like I also, now that I've dealt with her having a fever for like almost a whole week, I can tell now too, just from like touch.
Yeah.
Because it's actually not just her forehead. It's like her whole
body.
body is like emanating heat,
Yes.
and it feels different from just like, oh, your forehead feels kind of warm.
Right.
So
Right.
I've become kind of a thermometer myself.
The forehead ones for me come up very low. So it'll say like I'm 95. And I'm like, that's not right.
Yeah, that's not right. Your forehead one's definitely broken. Hers will be, it's annoying because like the middle will be like 98.9 and then the side will be like 102.
But you're supposed to swipe along the forehead,
Not
right?
the one we have, it's just a button click. Like
Yeah,
supposedly.
I just don't trust those.
I know. Why do they even make them?
And why do they use them at some of the doctor's offices too?
Totally. I don't know. So many questions.
So many gripes. But that is a good. Are you part of the CVS Extra Care?
You have to be part of that.
rewards?
Yeah.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
be part of that to get the coupons printed out, I think.
I feel like that is a pretty good program too.
Yeah.
Because don't you pay $5 to get $10 or something like that?
Oh, no, I'm not part of the extra one. I'm part of the
Oh.
free.
I'm talking about the Extra Care,
loyalty.
Emily.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, so I guess it's not really a hack, but it's a program that we signed up for a long time ago, and this guy was really selling it to me and my mom one year. And you basically pay $5 monthly, but you get $10 rewards. They
Do you
expire
go
every month, though.
to CVS?
Enough, yeah.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like I'm always
I
buying
don't
some
think I go
Band-Aids,
every month.
ointments, whatever. Enough.
Okay.
Okay,
Well, that's
so
definitely one subscription you should consider canceling in the future. They got you good.
oh, I know it's been years. I don't even know how to cancel it. Okay, it was recently President's Day weekend, so the long weekend here in the United States, because we have so many international listeners.
We
They
do
may
have
not know. We went to this resort lodge place in Yosemite that I told you about that I
Yeah.
already raved about. But I
Yeah.
did go to this one complimentary, or it's like part of the resort fee yoga class
Oh,
there.
nice.
Did I tell you this already?
No.
So I show up, it was 7:30 a.m. It was such a good excuse for me to get out of bed and do some yoga, but also a great excuse for me to not deal with the kids.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
Win-win.
truly a win-win. Yeah. So I didn't want to go, but like to leave the kids, I was motivated. I jumped
The
out of
extra
bed.
push you needed.
Jumped out of bed and got my butt down to the spa, like fitness center area. Everybody was waiting there. The guy that shows up was like this 6'5"
Whoa.
surfer bro looking dude. And he's like, namaste, everyone. And I was thinking, what is happening here right now? Because I've been to a couple of these like lodge, yoga, free yoga classes, whatever. It's, it's fine. It's usually like something that's a bit more chill so everyone can do it.
Yeah.
But he brings us all in. There's like a pillow on everyone's mats. They're all kind of unorganized. Like you usually put them in a row or whatever. But I think because he's so tall himself, he needed a lot more space. And so everybody else was jam-packed in these weird puzzle pieces type of formation. This one mom brought her two sons that are 10 years old.
Whoa.
They're twins.
Oh, wow.
And then I thought that was super interesting, but I know all this information because the freaking yoga instructor was like, hi, everyone. We're going to start off with introducing ourselves.
Oh my god.
And I was like, what?
Why?
Why am I here to introduce myself?
At
And
7:30 in the morning?
He made us all go around in a room, like our names, where we're from, who we're here with, what we're celebrating. And I was like, this is, no, this is not normal.
This is not what I wanted.
But there's so many people there. It was actually kind of cool to listen to until he got to me. I hated it. But there were like two sets of twins there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that didn't know each other. So one of them was celebrating their 10th birthdays. And then another set was like two women celebrating their 60th birthday.
Cute.
There's another woman there celebrating her 40th birthday.
Wow.
And
why, when you said that, I'm like, oh, she's old. And then I'm like, oh, wait, that's my age.
But this is just such an interesting yoga class because it's not what you expect at all. He was like, this is going to be very restorative. I was like, we just got out of bed. Like, we don't need this to be restorative. Because usually, like, restorative is at night.
Yeah.
Like, candlelit
Winding
or
down.
something. Yeah. But I wonder if he was, like, a little bit hungover or, like, a little bit not
he's a
feeling
sub.
well. Could be. And he, just had us like lay there a lot. And you know how you would like switch from side to side? There was one side on the left side we laid on for so long. I was like, did he fall asleep? Because usually they're like, oh, take deep breaths in, like think
he
about
has to say
this.
stuff,
Yeah.
right?
He didn't say anything. I was like, what's happening?
What if he's one of those, like, you got the job you applied for, but you lied on your resume?
He seemed to know he was doing towards the end though, but then
Okay.
he started teaching us. He really kind of went rogue. He started teaching us lymphatic drainage massage.
cool.
So we started doing that, and then we started just like banging ourselves. And I was like, you know what? This is like what I needed, right? Like just like get out.
Yeah.
think-
Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, nothing too crazy. Just let my mind wander or not wander.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I was wondering like, what the hell am I doing here? But I was like, this is so not efficient.
What would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 5?
It wasn't even a yoga class though, so it's hard.
Did you even do a downward dog?
We did a couple downward dogs
Okay.
towards the end, and a
Okay.
couple of cat cows, and then we went to Shavasana.
Maybe it's because, like you said, there's such a range of ages. Like,
True.
you really can't do too much. Like 10-year-old to 60-year-olds, right?
60-year-olds were like pretty limber though.
Oh,
And
okay.
well, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, yoga, I'm going to get a little bit of workout
Yeah.
in, something, at least stretch, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I got, a little bit of stretch in there. And I was
Okay.
thinking, why does it have to be so go, go, go all the time? You know, like sometimes just laying here, listening to our body. He did say like, he said a lot of like woo things, but he was like, sometimes your body is telling you things and you don't listen to it. So this is a great opportunity to really listen to it. Maybe that's why he didn't talk, because we were listening to our
Or
bodies.
listening He was giving you that chance, holding space.
Yes. But I had the option to do the yoga class again the following day. Another opportunity to get away from my kids in the morning. And I just didn't, because I was like, I don't think it's
What if it was a different teacher?
No, I actually messaged them to ask if it was the same teacher. They said it's the same one. I was like, all right, I'll just stay in bed.
You should have just told Steven you're going to yoga, leave the room, and then go to did they have like a cafe or something? Just have an hour of TikTok scrolling.
Wait, that's genius.
Nobody has to know.
That's so true. It's not like you come out dripping with sweat anyway.
Yeah.
I should have just gone to the regular gym.
Totally.
Oh, wow.
Next time.
Although
Although you really, really were selling the place, like I'm curious to go. I would love to go
yeah,
sometime.
listeners, if you're in the area, it's called Tenaya Lodge, and I'm a big fan.
You didn't send us any pictures of the room though.
Oh, the room itself
Is
was
this a suite?
no, it wasn't a suite.
Oh,
We had
okay.
2 queen beds, and we're so exhausted. We just go to bed at
The
all
same
together.
time as the kids. Yeah, we do that on vacation too. Did you try the ironing board?
We
trick?
did.
Oh,
Mhm. Yeah. I thought that was pretty good, but by the time we woke up, Logan was already on the other side of the bed, and Steven was closer to the ironing board. But the ironing board is also great as just like another like a place to put your stuff too. It was like super clean because
true.
nobody uses it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really good.
Cool.
The room itself was not dated, which is really
Oh.
nice. I think maybe they recently renovated. It wasn't like crazy or anything,
Yeah.
but the first night, Steven slept earlier than both kids. He was snoring up a storm. And he woke up and he was like, how'd everyone sleep? I was like, you slept well. Like the kids were tossing and turning and he was just like heavily
Just out.
breathing over there.
That is a skill that I wish I had, like just to sleep through everything.
Yeah.
Because when we travel and everybody's in one room, everything wakes me up. Like every little noise,
Yeah.
every cough, every like turn of the blankets.
You probably don't even fall asleep until much later.
I have issues.
Same.
But yeah, that sounds great. Maybe when the kids are older, we can all go together.
Yeah, that'll be a lot of fun because I tried to coordinate with some friends that are Logan's age too. Not everyone got that day off for work.
Oh.
Yeah, my friend works
you're
at
right.
Apple and she didn't get it off. And she's like, I
Yeah.
have a big meeting then. It's like, that sucks.
Yeah. On the president's birthday?
Yeah. What the hell?
Okay.
Moving on.
Our guess how much / what do you want section. I have been wanting makeup.
Ooh.
And I think it's because, well, I've been feeling very ugly the past couple weeks, maybe because I wasn't sleeping a lot, but also I will talk about it in the next section. I've been watching Singles Inferno, and it's a bunch of young, pretty Korean girls who do their makeup really well. And I'm just like, oh, I should do better.
I know what you mean.
Like, I don't even own like a legit foundation right now. I need to up my game. I need to learn how to do my eyebrows, really.
Where do we go learn?
I don't know.
You have to be from someone you trust too.
Yeah. Well, I was going to start at Sephora because it's free, but they probably don't specialize in Asian.
Did you like your wedding makeup artist?
I did.
I really like mine too, and I felt like she
Yeah.
did the makeup really well. Do we all have the same person?
Same company, but maybe different people.
I always thought that they would be good people to learn from.
Yeah. Or like, I wish our friend Gloria were here. Hi, Gloria.
You can watch YouTube.
Yeah, and TikTok. I've been watching
Oh,
TikTok.
that's true.
But like, okay, with the sort of a detour with the eyebrows, apparently like they shave them down pretty thin so that when you don't draw it in, your eyebrow looks really weird. And I'm not ready to commit to that because I'm not going to be drawing it in every day.
They shave it down like they
use things to cut it down so it's actually lighter, because I think the Korean style is like lighter eyebrows, not super dark.
Right.
And in order to be able to like have that lightness, your regular brows can't be that thick.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
I can't have like a half-inch eyebrow.
Makeup does make such a big difference. So have you seen that like Republican makeup versus liberal makeup trend on TikTok?
I've seen it a little bit, but not a lot.
This one girl, Suzanne Lambert, she calls herself like the Regina George liberal or something like that. But she's basically taken down like the MAGA moms on TikTok. But she did this whole post that went viral around what Republican makeup looks like. But there's a lot of people that are Democrats as well. And then this one mom came in with her face all, not great looking. And she's like, guys, do I have Republican makeup? I just learned this. And she's like, to the salon. And she took a picture of Sephora and all the products that she bought. She followed like this girl's makeup tutorial and she looks 10 years younger.
Really?
It was so crazy. I'll have to show you that video. Like just the way she did her blush and her eyes, less eyeliner all around, like we're going clubbing, and like a different blush color really makes such a big difference.
When we're done with our no buy, I am going to invest in a few makeup products.
I also feel like you're not used to putting on a lot of makeup.
I don't, you're right, but I think like,
and some people put on a lot
when
to
I
get
put
to them.
on like foundation, it makes my skin look worse. And I know they say like it's all about prep, like you have to have like exfoliated skin or whatever, but something about my skin, like you can actually see the texture and the pores more if I cake on the makeup. That's why I told you I want a cushion compact, because I think that's the right amount of coverage for me.
Have you tried the Sawasu cushion compact before?
No, I haven't.
It's very dewy.
I've tried the Hera one, but this was years ago, like 2016 or 17, around
a decade ago, Emily.
And but that's the one that I want to get.
Cool.
And then I also want to get like lip stuff. I've been seeing a lot of, I'm very like in the Korean world right now. This like lip thing that kind of blurs the lines on your lips supposedly, and it makes it look very like just blurred.
Is this everything that you're learning from Singles Inferno?
Well, I was inspired by Singles Inferno, and then I was on TikTok researching.
Like Korean makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, let's just jump into Singles Inferno.
Okay.
Tell me about it.
So it's on season 3. I know you've never watched any of it.
I know, but I keep hearing about it from you.
I feel like you should watch it. I don't know. It's so silly.
Do you think I would like it though?
It's really hard to say because you're used to the American or Western dating shows, which are a lot more like spicy, more drama.
Yeah.
Probably more like physical stuff.
A little bit,
So the thing with the Korean, I don't know why, like it still builds up a lot of like anticipation, even though like they rarely even, I've never seen anyone kiss.
And I heard like holding hands is like a crazy big deal.
Well, they do hold hands because they'll make them hold hands to like walk off to paradise or whatever. Oh. So do you remember the premise?
Yes,
it's like
I do.
Single guys, single girls, they have to be on this Inferno, which is like an island somewhere. And then if they get the opportunity to pair with someone, they go to paradise, which is they get to spend a night at a hotel with each other, but all they really do is like they get to eat a good meal. Sometimes they do a fun activity, and then like they talk a lot.
Okay,
because only in paradise you can reveal your age and your occupation, which I guess is a really big deal.
How do you get the opportunity to go to paradise?
Sometimes it's just like a guy gets to pick a girl or a girl gets to pick a guy if they like won a game or something.
Okay.
Sometimes it's you have to match with each other. So everybody votes for who they want to go with. And if you pick the same person, you get to go. But it's really interesting because like there are just some guys who are like really popular, like everybody wants to be with them, or some girls that are really popular, and then some that like are not.
How many are there?
So it's kind of funny, they add these like game changers. So in the beginning, I think there were, I forget, 5 girls and 4 guys or something, and then they added another guy, and then they added another girl, and they call them the game changers because it's like it brings fresh meat, right?
Right. That's like Love Island where they bring bombshells in.
Yeah. And then I don't know, it's just like some guys you're just like, oh, that guy seems so sleazy, but when they're in it, like the girls don't realize, because I feel like there's one guy who's popular, but he says like the same thing to every girl that he's with.
Okay.
And he acts like he's like really into
So when
her.
they're in the Inferno, which is the island, do they all just kind of like hang out, talk to each other?
They hang out.
It's
They can,
free?
yeah, they can be like, oh, do you want to go chat? They can get to know each other.
Okay.
And they have very limited like food options. It's like sweet potato and canned chicken.
People really want to go to the Paradise.
Just to like have a nice night. But it was really funny because there's commentators. That's part of the fun. There's people who are watching.
I love that about Asian shows.
Yeah, it's really fun. But there was one where this girl, who she's actually my favorite, her name is like Sian or something. She is going to pick who she goes to Paradise with, this latest episode I'm on. And sorry, spoiler alert, 4 guys picked her. So basically, she was like definitely going to go to Paradise, but it's like, who did she pick? And all the guys were like, actually, I was wrong too, but all the guys were like, oh, she's definitely going to pick this one guy. And she ended up picking this other one that the women commentators were like, oh, she's going to pick this guy. And I was like, oh, how did they know?
Yeah.
Because
they see more footage.
Also, I think what's harder is, yeah, exactly. It's edited. So the show is making us believe, like, because she talked to the guy and it felt like she said, like, I don't need to talk to anyone else, which implied to me, like, oh, I'm sure about you.
Right.
So why wouldn't she pick him? But then she picked this other guy.
You just don't know.
You
just don't know. It's all editing. Everything is editing.
Yeah. Even like the facial expressions where sometimes you're like, they probably weren't even reacting to that.
Exactly. Yeah. But that's what I'm learning.
It's really good editing.
I went on this trip in Santa Barbara and everyone there was talking about Singles Inferno. And I was like, I love reality TV, but like, I just can't be a part of this conversation because I don't know anything. And they're like, that is on you, Teresa.
You should give it a try. At least give it like a couple episodes and see.
A couple?
Yeah.
Maybe one.
I don't know if you'll get into it in one because you're new to the franchise.
Start with season 3?
Yeah, just start with season 3.
Because it doesn't matter,
No,
right?
it doesn't matter.
The premise is all the same.
I've given you the background.
Yeah. I know enough.
And then the other funny thing about Koreans is like they all start out, I guess, speaking formally to each other. And then at some point, someone's like, should we just speak casually? And everyone's like, yeah, let's just speak casually. And it's like, why don't you just speak casually?
To begin with, right? Did that happen on every season?
I think so. It's just because, like, who wants to keep speaking formally to each other? But they don't know each other's ages. So I guess, like, in Korea, sort of like in Japanese, right? Like, depending on someone's age, you might, like, speak to them differently.
Right.
Or, like,
the level of respect is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Don't think I'm going to watch it. But thank you.
I tried. But yeah, like, I feel like all the girls are really pretty and do their makeup well. So it's, like, very inspiring and also, like, makes me feel a little sad.
I saw this TikTok. This girl that I follow, her name is Mai. Do you follow her? She's she makes food. I think she does a lot of food content.
Okay. I think
she's
seen
Asian.
Her. Yeah.
I think maybe Vietnamese.
Yeah.
But she had this very vulnerable post where she was like, guys, I can't remember the last time I felt beautiful, or I can't remember the last time I felt pretty. And she looks so good in that video too. But
really?
I think I get it because I kind of feel the same way when she said that.
Yeah.
It's not really like a confidence thing. It's just more like, I just don't feel comfortable. I feel comfortable in my skin, but I also don't feel great. I didn't have that level of like physical confidence.
Wake up feeling like, oh, I look good today.
And I don't think I thought that when I was in my 20s either, but I definitely didn't even think twice about it.
Think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It was almost like a default. Like, you look pretty good.
Yeah. Or like we would go out and get dressed up to go out. I'm like, all right, we look good.
Yeah.
Like,
now,
duh.
Now, no.
Now I'm like,
just
what
trying to
else
look
can I
alive.
change to look better?
Yeah. We're just learning.
I don't think I'll ever get back to that stage anyway, but it is a little bit sad.
Yeah. It's okay. After our no buy, we're going to go buy some makeup. I mean, I guess I get it. I get why so many women are doing things like injections or Botox, or because it's like they're just trying to feel good. They're trying to feel like how they want to look or whatever.
They probably just want to look how they feel.
Maybe.
Because like I feel young, but why do I look like this?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, okay.
Moving on. Pop culture. Okay, this was something I saw on TikTok and I really want to try it. Apparently, they say if you add matcha to In-N-Out's milkshakes, it's really, really good.
I saw that and I was like, I would not want to try this.
Really?
Like,
because to me, it's kind of like a matcha milkshake, I guess.
But...
And I find In-N-Out milkshakes on their own to be too sweet. So I think maybe adding the matcha will cut the sweetness a bit, and it might make it really good.
It just ruins both things.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay.
Like, I'm all for a frappuccino.
I do want to know who invented that.
Yeah, who thought of that?
Quite unique.
It's creative.
Yeah, it's creative.
I don't know that I'll ever do it because that requires me to go to In-N-Out, get a milkshake, go home, make some matcha, pour it in. But like if someone were to do it for me.
You'll try it.
Okay, Summer House. I have only watched one episode.
Oh, I love
Did you
Summer
watch
House.
episode 2 already?
I did.
Oh, okay. No spoilers, please.
I don't even know when one episode ended and one
I love it
began.
so much too. And I was talking to my friend yesterday who I had lunch with, and we were like,
You have other friends you have
just
lunch with?
one friend.
Okay, cool.
But she was saying like, I think it's because it's such an escape.
It is.
For all of us. Like whatever you're dealing with in your real life, like you can just forget about it and watch pretty people party in a hot environment, and like their drama is so stupid.
Yeah.
Like
it's low stakes drama for the most part.
It's so freeing. It's like escapism for us.
Which is why I was pitching Southern Hospitality last week, because it definitely is escapism.
Yeah.
So I listened to some other recaps, and these people live in like real wintry places, not in California. And so for them, they're like in negative whatever degrees right now, and they're like, it's a truly an escape for them to see 4th of July parties, swimsuits, pools.
Yeah.
You're right. I love it.
I love it so much too. What do you think of the new girls? There's only new girls, no new guy, right?
So Bailey is not even in the cast photos.
What?
Yeah, she will probably be out like within the next.
Wait, Bailey is the brunette,
the more quiet
the one who's Jesse's into this other girl.
Lexi.
Okay, Bailey's the other one.
Yeah, Bailey's the friend.
Oh,
yeah.
She exits. You think? Or
yeah,
she's
we
not
don't know
even
what happens, but basically they bring in this other guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna be coming in. I don't know, maybe the next couple of episodes or so. Isn't that weird?
Very
I don't know
weird.
what happened there.
I hope she's okay.
I think it's more so maybe she didn't have a storyline, or she wasn't comfortable.
Maybe she's kind of like not that interesting.
Yeah, like what am I doing here?
Yeah.
Sounds like she kind of has a boyfriend that she doesn't claim as a boyfriend.
She used his suitcase, but they're not really dating.
And he has a Apple tag or whatever, AirTag.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do love it. I think Lexi looks like this other girl from Vanderpump Rules.
Oh, really?
She looks exactly, I'll show you a picture later. She looks exactly like Lala. And I cannot get past her overlined lips.
Oh.
Her lips she lines them in such a dark brown, and then her actual lip color is a very light brown.
I guess that's just the look.
But it's hard for me to even focus on what she's saying sometimes.
I thought it was cute how Jesse like is just so into her from the beginning.
Is he though?
Is it just because she's hot?
I think it's because of the show. He's kind of like playing it up. It is cute though. It is fun.
He's just like, I feel like he's a lovable guy.
He's a little golden retriever.
Like very innocent and straightforward, even though he's like a womanizer a little bit. But at least he doesn't hide that, you know?
Right. I think that's what the show needs. Yeah. Or else it'd just be a bunch of boring people like Carl.
Yeah. Okay, so people watch Summer House and then text us.
But you have to start from season 1.
No, you don't. I didn't.
What season
I started season 1 and I was like, oh, Paige isn't in this. So then
season 3?
Yeah, I started where Paige and Hannah were in it. Season 3, I think. Very good. It's on Peacock. Family health. Mm-hmm. So we didn't know what to do over the long weekend because I didn't plan anything. You were so good in planning stuff. But then I was like, I feel like we should do something. Yeah. And so the reason we had to drive a little farther is Cassie doesn't nap on the weekends anymore. But if she doesn't nap at all, she's like horrible in the evenings.
I hate this phase.
I don't want to deal with it. So now we've come to this thing where we find something to do in the afternoon on weekends where we have to drive, hopefully at least like 35, 45 minutes to give her an opportunity to like fall asleep. So we went to the California Academy of Science. And what's funny is when I went pre-kids, I really didn't like it. Like I was like, why do people like this place? Like I don't ever want to come back. But now with kids, I'm like, this is great. There's so many different exhibits.
Right.
And they loved it. They were so excited to see the dinosaur skeleton.
Did you? I don't think we ever went during normal hours either. Didn't we just go to the after dark?
Maybe.
Like social
Definitely
hour?
the after dark stuff. But I feel like maybe I went once during the day. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe like on a date.
Doubtful. Who did I ever go on dates with? But yeah, it's kind of interesting how Like your perspective can change.
Totally.
And even their cafeteria I thought was superior to the SF Zoo food options.
Oh, yeah. The SF Zoo options suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. The California Academy of Science is
Did you guys have a membership there?
We didn't have a membership.
Oh,
no.
okay.
But we went a handful of times, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. It's pretty good. So if you guys ever want to join, we will be going this next year because we got a membership.
Oh, you did?
Well, I was like, I think it was $200 for a one-time thing, and then it was like $300 for a membership. They definitely
price it so it makes
So I
sense.
was like, well, if we just go one more time, it's worth it.
Yeah.
So
do you still have a membership at the zoo?
no, we don't. So this is our membership
it
for
out.
the year. Yeah, and it's tax deductible.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
this is super random.
And you put it in random.
Should I even tell you about it?
Yes.
Okay, you know how a couple weeks ago there's all this craze about Luka Dončić being traded from the Mavs?
I know none of that.
Okay, I thought I would tell you from somebody. Let me share a caveat or a disclaimer then. Like,
Okay.
I know nothing about sports too. I
You know more than I do.
Right, I
for
know
sure.
more than you for sure. So here is me telling you. So listeners, if you are like a sports fanatic out there, don't come at me.
Yeah. It's just her interpretation.
But well, there's a theory out there. So Luka Dončić is a very, very good, popular player on the Mavs.
Okay.
And he's like an up-and-coming star, kind of like what Steph Curry was for the Warriors. So like he is the Mavs and like the future of, you know, like you just never think that he would be traded.
Yeah.
Like everyone gravitates towards him for the Mavs. And the Mavs are a very good team, you know, like they're in a really big market
Okay.
in Dallas, I think. He got traded to the Lakers. And then I think in return they got like some older guy, Anthony Davis, that's like good, but like definitely past his prime. And everyone was like, what the fuck kind of trade is this? This makes no sense. It happened super quickly. There was like all these reactions from like disheartened
Stars.
men
Fans.
stars, also fans, just everyone being super confused, and then like a lot of outrage towards the guy that actually managed the trade. And it just didn't make any like business sense.
Is usually a trade like kind of equal talent gets
Yeah,
traded?
like you trade for equal talent, or maybe you're like trying to build up your defense, or you're, I don't know, trying to get like first round pick like some other year. Like you trade for things like that when you're thinking long term or short term. But this is just such a weird one. No one can wrap their head around it until like this theory came out where the new owners that bought a majority stake from Mark Cuban, I think, I can't remember, Adelman family, something like that.
Idea.
But essentially, she is like the Wynn and Encore owner, I believe.
Oh.
Or, like they're really big on casinos in Las Vegas and all of that. And they've been wanting to build a casino like attached to the Maverick Stadium.
Oh.
But the city kept saying no. And like I guess their strategy is like if like the franchise tanks and they like keep losing and they don't have that fandom base anymore, then the city will have to like approve this casino.
They're intentionally making the team
so
bad?
like you would think that somebody buys a basketball team because the love of the game, right? You have so much money, like you just kind of like are part of the experience.
Fan.
Yeah, you're never going to be a player or a coach, but you can be an owner. But allegedly they're out to be just want to make money off of this. And so like this is the way that they're doing it.
That's so sad.
And like it's just so sad to see or hear if this is true, like players that and like the entire fandom that like loves them, that are so loyal, are just pawns in like their little game to make more money.
I hope that's not true.
It's like the only theory that seems to make sense.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
Because they've been wanting, and if they don't get what they want, they've been wanting to move. Or there is no NBA team in Vegas. And so they're like, oh, we're going to move the team to Vegas. If like this doesn't happen.
Well, and also, wasn't there like a lot of, I didn't look into it, but when Mark Cuban did sell his stake, they were like, why is he doing that? So what if there's more drama on the team that we don't know about, you know?
Yeah. Or maybe Mark Cuban's getting poor. He's like, I need some billions. I don't know.
Gotta keep up.
But at first, I thought that was like a conspiracy theory. But now it seems like more people believe in that theory.
That sucks. I just feel like sometimes humankind is so crummy.
I looked up this family. They're already worth like 30 billion.
Yeah.
Like, what more do you need?
They're just greedy.
They're just greedy. Like, you've already proven to be successful.
Yeah.
Do you need more?
Or maybe the Lakers like bribed them.
But they truly have like no loyalty to their fan base.
Yeah.
You know?
It's sad.
Sad. Sad.
Well, look at us being a sports podcast.
Yeah. Hopefully that wasn't like all incorrect. I used all this terminology that I'm not used to saying.
All right. Well, tune in next week. We probably won't talk about sports.
We definitely won't. Bye.